Hey, how you doing, guys? Trucker G here again. I put up a post on my Facebook page, and I put it up on a few different pages, and man, I was amazed by the amount of comments I got on it. I actually read through every single comment. Um, I'll just share it with you. I'll read the post for you so you know what I'm talking about here. Some of you know, some of you might not. Uh, I put up, to some, trucking is just a job. To others, it's a way of life. Which one are you? And I kind of had my own answer to that, but I kind of wanted to see what everybody else's answer was also. And like I said, the amount of comments was just it was flooring. Um, for the most part, everybody said that trucking's a way of life. A lot of guys said it's just a job, and there really is no right answer or wrong answer to that. I mean, it's to each his own. I mean, I'll kind of give you my look on it. When I first started driving truck, it wasn't because it was a way of life. I knew nothing about trucking. Some guy pulling in next to me there. Yeah, I knew nothing about trucking. I knew a little bit, but not enough to know whether I was going to like it or not. I did it because it was a means to feed my family and put food on the table. You know, but after as many years as I've done it, trucking's turned into a way of life for me. It's a love-hate relationship, and another guy said it, and it's exactly what I was thinking when I posted it. Trucking's a love-hate relationship. I mean, while you're out here, you want to be back home. You want to be with your family, and you hate being away from home. But I've taken a couple local jobs and stuff throughout the years, and I miss the road. I just wanted to get back out on that road. My wife's had to deal with it through all the years, me being out here, me being gone, the family, they've had to sacrifice. But it's given my family a life that, heck, I could never have dreamed them having with the amount of education I have. I asked my son one time when he was little, I said, I asked him what he wanted to be when he grows up. And my boy told me he wanted to be a truck driver. Well, it might not set well with the rest of you. I mean, the answer I give him, I was mad. I looked at him and I told him, son, I do this so you don't have to. And as a good parent, that's just how I am. I don't want my children to settle for anything less than they can be. A good parent always wants something greater for their child, and I really didn't want him to follow in the same footsteps as me. I'm not saying it's a bad career at all. I mean, for me, it was the best thing that ever happened, because, like I said, it's given my family things that I never could have dreamed of giving them. But after you've been out here on the road for as long as I have, or as long as some of you others have been out here, it becomes a way of life, and it don't take very long for that to happen. This really isn't a job for just anybody. I mean, some guys just aren't happy with the job. It's not suitable for them. And when I'm talking about the job, I mean, I'm talking OTR, over the road. A lot of guys decide, over the road isn't for them, and they go local, and they draw that paycheck, and that's great. That don't make them any less of a truck driver. Some guys do the over the road, they go local, and they still don't like it, but yet they're still doing it. And that's the part I don't understand. If you're still not happy with the job, find something else. Life's too short to be unhappy, guys. It just is. And to you younger drivers, by no means am I saying if you don't like this, quit it right now, because you got to pay your dues. You got to do that year at least before you decide whether you like it or not. It's going to be tough that first year. It is. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That first year is usually pretty tough. But after that first year, you're with the company, and you still decide, hey, this ain't working. Well, find a better company, a company that suits you better. Give us some time with them. And if you still don't like it, well, maybe over the road isn't for you. Try a local. Do a local job for a little bit. And if it still ain't right for you, by all means, don't stay in an industry, in a career that you're just not happy with, because you'll never be happy. I guarantee it. You know, OTR is, I mean, it's its own demon. It gets in your blood, and man, it's a love-hate relationship. I'll say it again. You know, I love being out here, but I hate being away from home. But you can't have it both ways. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. You cannot have it both ways. You know, right now, I've been out a couple weeks. I'm ready to go home, but I've got vacation next week, so I'm going to stay out another week. But I'm already itching to get back to the house. And that's after only 2 weeks. You know, when I first started, I used to stay out six to 8 weeks at a time, at least. You know, I don't do that anymore because I don't have to do it anymore. But as you get more experience under your belt, and you're able to go home more often. But even when I do go home, my wife she watches me, and I get anxiety of being home, you know. And I feel bad for her, because it's not because I don't want to be with her. It's not because I don't want to be with the family. It's just that road calls you. I don't know how to explain it. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know, I don't have to explain it. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the only way to experience it is to get out here. I mean, that's all I can tell you. This road, it calls your name. And for those of you that are retired, there's a lot of guys on my Facebook page that are retired, and they miss it. They really do. I mean, you can only hunt and fish so long before it gets old too, I guess. I've never been there, never been hunting and fishing so much that I got tired of it. I know that, but that's what I'm told. I couldn't see myself doing anything different. Like I said, I've taken a couple local jobs, and when I say local jobs, it was usually teaching, and I love to teach. Heck, I love to teach trucking. I'm good at it. That's probably one of the better things I do in life, is teach people how to drive a truck. It's just something I'm good at. I'm not trying to brag or toot my own horn, right? But I tell you what, the road just calls you. And I know around where I live, you know, the local jobs, they didn't pay very well either. So that didn't help about being home. That didn't help being home and not getting paid very well. But I don't think it really would have mattered. The road calls your name, and you just want to get back out there. If the road ain't calling your name and you're out here, well, this might not be the job for you. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. I know I keep going around in circles, and I keep thinking of other ways to say it, you know. And as far as some of the other groups that I posted in, you know, I did have probably a handful of people that just hated it. Guys, my best advice to you, I keep getting tongue-tied. Get out of it now. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't sit there and stay in a career you're not happy with, you know, because you're going to wind up getting hurt, or you're going to hurt somebody else. Life's too short not to be happy, guys. Y'all be safe out there. I appreciate you watching.